don't understand this code. What are you giving me? I'll write it down still. What? Oh, let's draw this too. Don't know if that's important, but we're gonna do it anyway. Looks like it could be important. Maybe it's not. But we wrote it down. Fraught. Yeah, I don't get that. Okay. We coated the ID card in protein powder.
That worked out better than I thought it would.
We took an imprint. What are we even doing? What? The melted circuit breaker is now imprinted on the card's surface. Man, how in the world was I supposed to figure that out?
Well done, me.
So we made a fuse with the ID card? What? Okay. If you fucking say so. Don't know how that logic's...
Sorry, I mean... Gee whiskers.
What is it?
It's... brains.
Brains?
Brains.
Animal?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, no. Worn wooden desk. Coffee stains and a random assortment of inscrutable and insignificant academic junk clutter the antique walnut top. Got us another PDA. Oh, goody. Bloated brain floating in vat. Lumps of tissue have started to separate from the frontal and occipital lobes and squirm like bloodless tentacles in the preservation fluid. Gross. Brain nutrient tank. The stuff of science fiction body horror turned into terrifying reality. Detached brain. Viscous preservation fluid bubbles around the disembodied brain. A faint rotting smell permeates the immediate air. Medical hologram. A swirling mass of neon particles makes up an animated, anatomically accurate model of a human skull. The effect is probably much more disconcerting than the lab designers intended. Oh, personal data tag printer. Got it. That's what that stands for. The inside of the tube is encrusted with ice, perhaps as a result of cryogenic freezing. A low hum radiates from this brain nutrient tank. Blood-stained bed. The cloying stench of putrefaction hangs like a pall over the plastic pallet. Garodi. Thrumming machinery. Barely perceptible low-level vibrations rumble through the scanner at irregular intervals. Okay. Let's do the PDA first. This is who he said was ugly. That me man. Danny, whatever his name was. Sharon Cayne Musk. January. That fucking bitch. I mean, I get it. She's John's daughter. She's a big deal or whatever, but I'm a Cayne, and that spoiled brat needs to know her place. So maybe I'm not her biological mother. Not some nobody gutter whore from the dust colonies. But her father and I are lovers now, and she has to accept that and show some respect. I think I want to start insisting that she call me mother, just for today's insolence. And I can probably use John's pathetic piety to play the two of them off each other when she inevitably defies me. That should be amusing. Besides, without me, the whole team would be totally screwed because I'm the only one who can go near Samantha. Me, not Julia, not even John, me. Ugh. Samantha and I have a mutual understanding, I think. An experiential bond. Me with my disabilities and she with her idiosyncrasies. Ever since the stroke, people treat me... Oh, she's a dude. She had a stroke. Come on. Why are you being so mean? The other guy. She's mean too, but, you know. Everybody treats me like I'm different, like I'm other. So I can empathize with her. She's more than just a product to me. She's a collaborator, a conspirator even. It's not like anybody else knows about our special experiments. The CEO has arrived at the facility. If I hadn't handled some of the paperwork myself, I'd probably have known anyways, because John was especially devout about his purification rituals when we met last night. I was still scrubbing blood out of the upholstery this morning. The shit I tolerate for my career prospects. Oh. March 23rd. Since when am I accountable to the fucking support staff? That's him. Danny Boland has become a constant and insufferable nuisance, skulking around in my lab and asking too many questions. He's in charge of managing the facility's life support systems, not our research work. I told Samantha about it. She said I should bring her Danny's pet parrot. I think she said that. It's the kind of thing she would say. Note, during the weekly inventory, I noticed that 2 grubs are missing from the habitat. Julia's sleazy friend from Mind Transfer has been hanging around our department lately, and he's expressed an overly keen interest in our specimens. Did he take them? And for what? Ooh, a message. To Sharon from Danny Boland, accident. Your bird got into Samantha's birthing lab somehow and was killed. It may be some consolation to know that, despite such a regrettable tragedy, we've gleaned valuable information about Samantha's behavior in the process. She prefers to prolong the suffering of her prey, for example. This could be useful in our research. Sorry about that. What a bitch. Maybe he's right to make fun of her. She's kind of a bitch. I think that John and Julia aren't talking to each other. Between the food poisoning epidemic, yikes, a frustrating lack of real progress in our department's work, and her consistent refusal to properly acknowledge me as part of the family, I guess everything is a bit volatile at the moment. Samantha thinks it's hilarious, but I'm questioning my own precarious position in the middle of things now. John is locking himself up in his office and skulking all day isn't exactly helping me, and Julia's sullen disregard for is now turning into blatant hostility. Not fucking constructive, Sharon. Samantha has been sort of subdued for the last week or so. She won't tell me what the problem is, but I think it might be something to do with the temperature in the labs. Danny Boland is enforcing new atmosphere maintenance regulations, ostensibly to eliminate thermal fluctuations in food storage as a possible reason for the ration spoiling. But I suspect it's petty revenge for the parrot incident, with the temperature now kept below the habitat's usual 95 degrees. However, Samantha's grubs are drowsy and morose. Just what is this Samantha? I need to know. Visited the atmospheric control room today to see if I could adjust the temperature in our labs, and I made the most intriguing discovery. Oh, yeah, that's where we were. Somebody has been collecting body parts and making some sort of thing. An organic simulacrum? Maybe. I must assume this is some secret, obviously desperate new research development in Dr. Adams's department. So I've told John and Julia about it. Tensions have now been temporarily forgotten as our team redoubles its own efforts to resolve the problems of advanced organ regrowth. Samantha has become increasingly uncooperative, though. I think she liked it when everybody was preoccupied with circumstantial drama and not her. Alright, my personal stem cell therapy project has had some unanticipated results. I've developed what appears to be a cluster of sphincter-like gland ducts around my lower abdomen, groin, and upper thighs. What? Right, we're going to read that one more time. Her personal stem cell therapy project. Right. I've developed what appears to be a cluster of sphincter-like gland ducts around my lower abdomen, groin, and upper thighs, somewhat resembling those found in the mature grub specimens that emit some sort of musky jelly-ish discharge, perhaps a pheromone. Right. Did I mix up my glial regeneration sequences, or were the samples contaminated? It doesn't matter now. John's become obsessed with them. Blech. I suppose the flagellation thing should have clued me into his predilection for kinky sex stuff, but this is a whole other level. I won't lie, though. It's kind of hot.
Hi, friend. I'm Matt. Let's put into tea together.
Clinical improvement on my mobility and speech issues is limited, however, so that's a bust. Shit. So you done grown grub buttholes on your leathers, and you're like, that's kind of gross, but you know what? He thinks it's kinky. It's fine. We'll still fuck. It's kind of hot. Why do I have to keep saying it? It's always the buttholes. Always with the buttholes.
Let's put into tea
Shit.
together. Hi, friend.
Ridiculous.
I'm Matt.
We've been Jeez Louise. We've been in lockdown for a week and only briefly released today for an emergency drill. Something is going on around here, but nobody's talking about it. First the food poisoning, then the fungus infestation, and now what? I'm down to my last pack of cigarettes. I shouldn't have taken this fucking assignment. I'm not even directly related to Cayne, only through marriage, and my second cousins at that. But here I am. Stuck in this crumbling science museum, sleeping with a decrepit zealot pervert, and trying to mend my troubled relationship with the creature from the Black Lagoon because it's the only really meaningful thing I have here. What have I become? Girl, I don't fucking know. Ooh. Message from Julia Kern to Sharon. Project update. Sharon, we need to discuss the situation with Samantha. It's important. Meet me in the birthing lab Nexus in the next 15 minutes. Julia. Ooh, the unlocked code.
Hi, friend. I'm Mal. Let's bring the PDT together. Hi, friend.
Who is talking? Do you hear that?
I'm Mal.
Said hi friend, some shit.
Personal data tag printer. Oh, PDT. This must be how they're making the security tags.
There must be an easier way.
This facility seems to do things the hard way. I've heard of spinal tagging on animals, right into the nervous system. Maybe this is like an upgrade. But these aren't animals.
Sure we are. We're just meat puppets.
Meat puppets?
Thanks for the attitude,
You
friend.
had an interesting
Hi,
childhood.
friend. I'm Ralph. Let's bring the PDT together.
What are you? Ralph? Who? What are you even saying? What do we have with us still? Omni tool, data records. Oh, right. This is something we need. We can go back to the atmospheric controls. Where the effigy thing was. What was that temperature? Habitats usual, let's see. $95. Right. Ta-ta for now. We'll be back.
Attention, room lane property stage routine has been acquired. Please report to your nearest admin office for further information.
No, thank you. Okay, thanks. Bye. Come on, girl, you can do it.
PDT?
We don't have that one. Ooh, birthing lab.
there anything else you can make out around you?
No. A deep thumping noise. Like a machine.
Another generator, maybe? Focus on the last thing you do remember.
I can't. There are flashes. A hospital. Family. They didn't like me much.
Join the club.
They wanted what I have.
Oh? What's that?
Money.
Oh,
My name.
what?
Then they left me. Or I pushed them away.
Why?
They weren't good enough. They weren't willing to put in the hard work. Wanted to be given things. Given. The things that I bled over.
Well, I don't talk to Mother anymore. And my dad... Well, no clue who he is.
We ain't judging you,
She's
girl.
distant. Maybe she was always like that. Maybe I was just unlikable. She sure made it clear, often enough, that I was too much like him. That she saw too much of him in me.
I'm sorry, Hadley. Sometimes we unintentionally hurt the ones we love.
Such greeting card bullshit. You don't hurt the people you love the people you love.
Right, birthing lab. Let's go through all this, like, personal growth later.
Warning. Project Amendment is off limits to unauthorized personnel.
Ooh, we got 2 ways to go. Stained floor. Old plasma and unrecognizable stains have formed an interesting patina on the metal floor. Ooh. Biological growth. A greenish gaseous smog lingers around the composite mass of flesh, muscle fiber, bone, and other organic matter. Grubs. The specimens in the habitat are inert and unresponsive, perhaps in some sort of induced coma.
God, it must smell terrible in there. Gag just thinking about it.
Glass barrier. The optically transparent polymer forms a particularly resistant barrier to the grub habitat. Atmosphere readout. This display primitively summarizes the current temperature, humidity, and toxicity, and other status levels of the specimen habitat. Sample retrieval node. It's a pneumatic delivery tube for moving samples safely between the observation lab and the specimen habitat. Retrieving platform. Crusted smudges of brown ichor stain the specimen tray. Grody. This terminal shows diagnostic information, charts, medical reports, feeding schedule, all that jazz. Julia Kern logged in. Check in. Oh, are these their names? Caligula. Attila, Mengel,